Welcome back, Bear fans, to the Windy City Bears Network, where I'm your host, RC. Today, I'm just doing a quick video on Rome Odunze, doing his year review. So let's get into it, Bear fans. So looking at last season, Rome had a good, solid year. I mean, he was the third option in our offense last season. And if you look at all the other guys that were drafted, two in front of him, Marvin Harrison, who was pretty much their number one, even though they went to their tight end more, and Neighbors was the number one for the Giants, who had I think over 140 targets. And then that kid in Jacksonville who had an amazing season. He had the most targets in Jacksonville. Then you look at Rome Odunze, who we had DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. Both of those guys got more targets. Rome was our number three, which I felt was good for him. You know, I felt like it gave him a season to learn behind a couple of veterans, and he still put up solid numbers. You know, being a number three guy and having over 700 yards is good. Um, he was targeted 101 times. He had 54 catches for over 700 yards, three touchdowns. I do expect all those numbers to go up. The issue, and that could be either on Caleb or it could be on Rome, when you throw the ball to somebody 101 times and they only come down with 54 catches, that's not nearly good enough. So I'm not sure if that was Rome's fault or Caleb's or a little bit of both. But if you throw the ball to somebody 100 times, they need to come down with that ball at least 70%, at least high 60s. But that was barely over 50. It's just not good enough for neither one of those guys. And I expect bigger things. As the season progressed, Rome was making some really good plays, especially if you look at certain games on third and long, fourth down. Caleb was going to Rome, and Rome was coming up with these plays. So the new coaching staff coming in, Ben Johnson, he really likes Rome Odunze. From what I've heard, he's really wants to utilize him. I think they're going to have a really good package for him and be able to do a lot of things in this offense, with the talent we have now after this draft and getting Loveland and Cole Kmet and DJ, Rome. Then we have Luther Burden the third. I mean, we have so many weapons across the board, and I think we have one of the best, if not the best, play caller in the game calling the play. So he's going to make things easier for Caleb to get the ball out quick, to get the ball to people in space. Rome Odunze also averaged 13.6 yards a catch, which was solid. It's very good. I think it can go up. I think it should go up. Rating his season last year, I give him about a B, for what he was asked to do and being a third receiver. We were the only team in the NFL last season that had three players with over 700 yards receiving. Most teams have maybe two guys who can do that, and then there's a pretty good drop off. So we had three. Now, obviously, Keenan Allen left, and Rome moves into that number two spot. But we have a lot of good options for number three receiver. I think the ball is going to be spread around a lot. If you look at Caleb last season, DJ had over 100 targets. Keenan had over 100 targets. And Rome Odunze had over 100 targets. So he was spreading the ball around. I do expect Rome this season to have over 1,000 yards receiving. Probably just under 1,100 and somewhere between 7 and 8 touchdowns. I think his touchdowns will go up. 3 wasn't very good last year. I mean, Caleb threw 20 touchdowns. So I expect Caleb's touchdowns to go up to probably at least 28, 29. And that means some of these other players are going to go up. Keenan had 7 touchdowns last season. So some of those targets are going to be going to Rome Odunze now. And just as a teammate, I mean, he's a good kid. He works hard. You're never going to hear any negative things from this guy. He comes from a good family. He's just a football guy. He definitely still needs to work on his route running a little bit. It's not bad, but it's not elite. So that's something he needs to work on. My comp for him is Nico Collins, more of a bigger guy with good speed. Nico is a good receiver over in Houston. I believe that Rome Odunze can put up the same type of yards. I think he can have seasons, hitting maybe 15 on a career year, 13, 12. These are the type of numbers I think he should put up, and he should be hovering somewhere between, 10 touchdowns. 9 or 10 touchdowns once he really gets in the groove, hitting his third and fourth year. But what do you guys think about Rome? Do you think he had a good season last year? Did you expect more from him because he was the top 10 pick, or because he was the third option? You felt like he did a good enough job, like I do. Going into this season, what do you guys expect from him? Leave a comment. I'll respond back. If you like this content, guys, please hit a like. It definitely helps the channel. And I'm going to have more videos coming out soon. Until next time, Bear fans, bear down.